shared space. This is a shared garage gym playground for everybody in the household. So going back to our mobility drills, we are going to start with the feet, the ankles, okay? Then we're going to work our way up to the knee. Then we're going to hit some hip, pelvis, low back. Today we are going to get on all fours, okay? So I'll try to position myself so you guys can see that. We're going to work with the shoulder and the hip, all right? So let me turn you guys over so you guys can see my feet. There we go. All right, I'll back up a little. There you guys can see my feet. Hi, G. Got you over here. All right, let me unplug this light. I'm gonna get my lighting right. All right, there we go. All right, so as I said yesterday, I always like to start out with some form of a baseline. That could be balancing on one foot. That could be touching your toes. That could be just squatting, whatever, or rotation, right? Whatever you guys want to use. Just use something as a baseline, okay? Just to keep things short and simple, I'm just going to go ahead and use my balance, okay? Hopefully, the thought is with this, that with these drills and opening up your joints, that your balance improves, okay? I can tell you right off the bat, my left is not as good as my right, okay? So we're going to start. Get ready to roll. So literally we are going to be rolling our ankles. Okay, I'm pulling up my pant leg so you guys can see my foot. I am going to be tilting the outside part of my ankle right here. I'm going to be rolling that and shifting my weight over it. Okay, just go slow. I know this looks intimidating, right? Just go slow. If it hurts, back off. You don't want to do this fast. You don't want to put all your weight on there. Okay, so I'm shifting my weight back and forth. I suggest you do this all with no shoes, okay? Make sure you're not wearing shoes when you do this. All right, so those are outside, right? Rolling my foot to the outside. Now we're going to go ahead and open that up and roll to the inside, okay? So I'm doing a lateral lunge on this leg, but I'm opening up this bottom foot, okay? Open up that bottom foot. All right, we're just going to hit about 5, okay? Last time we ran over a few minutes, but that's okay. It's not like we're going anywhere, right? All right, so that was to the outside. Second one was to the inside. Now we're going to go straight back, okay? I'm going to position myself to the side so you guys can see what my foot's actually doing. All right, so notice I don't want to lean back, okay? And I don't want to go up and down. I want to go forward, 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 okay? So nice and easy, back and forth. All right, after you've done those, so we've done outside, inside, and then we've done straight. Now what I want you to try to do is, if you need to sit, go ahead and sit. Are you leaving?
I'm going to the bathroom.
Okay, all right, thanks for sharing. Okay, after you do that, if you need to sit, you can sit, okay? What I want you to try to do now is create big, small circles with that ankle, okay? Take your time, go slow. Okay, and then we're going to change direction. Let me see. Abby, Lana, hope you're doing this. Follow along. Start mobilizing those ankles. Especially you soccer players need those ankles to move, but we also need them to be strong, right? Nice and easy. All right. So, going back to your baseline, right? Stand. Okay, remember, I work on my left, so I'm not expecting my right to improve. I am, however, expecting. There we go. Much easier. I'm expecting my left to improve. So that's kind of your baseline that you can use as a form of progression, right? Am I getting better? Are these things actually making an impact in how I move? All right? So now I'm going to show you what I did on my right foot, okay? So from this angle, step out a little bit so your foot's outside your center of mass and roll that foot, okay? You guys see that? You guys should be feeling a stretch. You might hear some pops, you might hear some cracks in your ankle. Go slow. If it doesn't hurt, it's okay. If it's discomfort, that's all right. If it hurts, back off, okay? Just bring it in a little bit, put less weight, and just go slower and shorter. Those are the rules. If you've got ankle sprain history in the past, ironically, this is safety, right? This is what you're wanting to do. You're wanting to lengthen those tissues and stabilize them and strengthen them so that next time you go out and run, you don't roll that ankle so fast or so easy, right? Usually, injuries happen when the demands exceed our tissue capacity, whether it's load, right? Maybe you come down on it too fast, or the intensity, right? The tempo, again, happens too strong, too fast, or too much, right? Shin splints and, all those things that you get if you start running and you haven't in a while, those creep up because either your mileage is too much, you're not doing enough to stabilize other areas that are maybe weak, or you're just not recovering as well, and those tissues need to adapt. All right, so now as you can see, I'm rolling my foot in, okay? Keep this leg straight, lateral lunge to the side, pressing that foot into the ground, okay? You should be feeling this on the inside of your heel, okay? There we go, one more. All right, now, just like you're going to strike a ball, right? Your foot's going to be in this straight position, got it? In this straight position, directly behind you, okay? So toes curled under, not toes into the ground, but under, okay? And we're back. Hello, Mr. Liam. Can you say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Well, they can't see. You got to get on camera. There you
Hi.
go. There you go. Good. Okay. So we've gone out, we've gone in, we've gone straight back. Now we're going to work on circles, okay? So nice and slow. Point down to 6 o'clock, in. If you get a cramp, like I just got, it's normal. Just go slow, okay? But try to get that full range of motion with your foot, okay? Big, 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 slow circles, okay? Good. And then the other way. If any of you are having foot and or shin problems, this is a really great mobilization and movement. So mobilization and movement, right? We mobilize it, right? We did some mobility stuff, and now we're moving it, right? So you want to be able to have control of both, not just one or the other, okay? All right, moving on to the knee. All right, so knee circles, right? I'm going to move this kind of fast, but we're literally just going to kick that knee forward, okay? Nice and easy, and then side to side, okay? Yes, you're getting a lot of hip movement from that, I understand, but the key thing is I also want you to be able to complete that circle, okay? Nice and slow. Try not to power, right? It's just let it literally hang, okay? This is what we're asking you to do. Get that knee. You can do that hanging, or you can also do that with your feet on the ground, okay? Both are effective. If you do have ankle restrictions, though, that is going to impact your ability to move that knee, right? So if you're tighter with your foot in the front going this way, that's going to affect your ability to create that circle on the ground. So for that, I just go up, okay? Nice and easy. Rotating that foot and that knee, opening up that hip, because next is the hip, okay? Complete that circle, nice and easy, and then rotate around. All right, figure 8. Now we're moving up, right ankle, knee, now we're going right up to the hip. All right, so with the hip, soft knees, show you from the side, soft knees. All right, so let's just start with small figure 8-like patterns. Okay, so if my head goes to the left, which is away from you guys, my hip is going to come toward you. Okay, so just go side to side, tilting. Are you mimicking me? All right, and then we're going to go front to back. So if I bow, right, I'm hinging, like if I was doing a deadlift or a bent over row, so I'm hinging, head back and forth, okay? So head forward, hips back. Just go slow with this one, right? You don't want to crank on your low back, okay? So you have less range going back, obviously, as you do going forward, okay? And now we're going to complete that. So left, forward, right, back. Right, I'm just counting my head. So wherever my head goes, that's where I'm sort of drawing this figure 8 or hourglass, okay? From the front, looks like this. Change directions on you, okay? Maintain those knees soft, right? You don't want to do that with a stiff leg, simply because if your legs are stiff when you're doing that, your low back is going to crank and you're going to get your low back upset, pissed off at me, okay? So keep those knees soft. All right, nice and easy. All right. Now, this next one is a little bit challenging for your balance, okay? I understand that. Just bear with me. If you need to put your foot down, it's okay. So we're going to start with a figure 8 in a horizontal, right? So like an infinity, not vertical, okay? So figure 8. So I'm drawing that with my knee, okay? Try to maintain everything else nice and still, and you're only going to be moving that knee in a figure 8 pattern, okay? Make sure you're smooth in both directions, okay? Well, this is really tricky looking at it on the cameras, okay? So you guys should be doing better than me. So what I don't want you to see is if we're going out this way, it's not like open the gate. For my soccer players, we're not opening the gate, right? Because that forces all this lateral and rotation at your back and this hip. We want to keep this hip straight, okay? Keep your trunk straight. We're just moving this hip and this knee. Notice nothing else is moving, yeah? Okay. Move into the next slide. If that's hip starting to get tired, that's normal. Remember, when we're running, we're sprinting, even if we're shuffling, our hips aren't really moving in all these directions. That's not such a good thing for your hip, okay? All right, switching sides. Remember, this one stays still. Try to keep your trunk still. I put my hand on my stomach or my low back so I know if I'm twisting or cheating, okay? So we'll just hit 5 here. Notice it's only one hip moving, okay? From the side, you guys can tell that I'm not twisting, okay? What are you flying over there?
I'm flying a bunny.
Flying bunny.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I'm hopping and I'm spinning.
And then switch directions. Not as easy switching directions. And that's normal, right? We're more dominant with one side or one direction. All right. So going back to your balance, right? Or your squat, whatever you guys wanted to choose, you can test to see if those hips feel a little bit more primed and a little bit looser. Not so stiff, not so rigid. All right. Now, what's next? We're going to drop down to all fours, okay? Instagram, you guys should be okay. Let me lower you a little. You guys are going to be all right there. All right, so I'm going to get down on all fours, and we're going to start with our hips, okay? So on all fours, yesterday we did the standing. This is going to be a little bit harder, so I encourage you to go slower, right? So on all fours, we're going to make a big circle with your hip, both directions, okay? So yesterday we did the standing. Today we're going to do it on all fours. All right. So watch my right. Let me show you guys something. All right. If you can put a water bottle, piece of paper, something flat on your back, whatever you guys want, just I'm using this green thing so you guys can see that I'm not going to be twisting at my back, okay? So if I do this and it falls off my back, that means that I didn't do it right, okay? 2 things. You're going to want to keep this opposite arm. We're going to start with my right side facing you. This arm stays straight and rigid, okay? Don't bend that and start leaning over, okay? Want to keep your core tight, arms stiff, okay? So, here we go. Breathe in through your nose, out through your nose. Lifting that leg up. Then you're going to lift that foot up to the sky, like you're lifting the plate up. Reach for the ceiling. Pause, hold there. Okay? Slow on the way in. Bring that up past your other knee. Okay? Then you're going to go right back up to the sky. Try to get all that rotation to happen at your hip and at your spine. Okay? We change angles on you because we're going to hit 3. We're actually going to hit 4 on each side. All right. Drop to the side. Once you reach your max, you just rotate your foot up. Squeeze that right glute. Lift that heel up. Okay? You should be feeling that here, right? Bring that knee up. Lift that foot up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then rotate that around. Okay? Nice and easy. One more. There we go. Up. To the side. Rotate that foot. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. If you get a cramp, that's normal. Just make it a little bit slower. Decrease your range. Go a little bit shorter. And then up. Okay? So that's for the hip. And as you can see, I was not rotating through my back. Okay? So none of this twisty turning. Okay? So now I'm going to face the other way so you guys can see that on my left. All right? These aren't easy as you can hear. I'm working here, right? You should be too. If you're following along, it shouldn't be that easy. Haven't met anybody that thinks this is easier. One of the ways that you can make it harder, if you do need to make it harder, is just slow down, right? We don't want to be just doing this herky-jerky style, right? We want to go nice and slow and controlled, okay? So, brace your core, stiffen out those arms. Raise that knee up, lift that foot up. Okay, you see how that stake remains flat? Okay, and then once you get there, nice and slow, coming back in. Raise that foot up to the sky. Rotate around. Maintain control. Rotating that foot up. Reach with this. Reach. Good. You just go slow so you don't get a cramp in your hamstring or your glute, okay? Good. All right. So that's for the hip. All right. Before we get to the shoulders, I do want to kind of warm up your thoracic spine, okay, and try to get that to not be so stiff, okay? So in order to do that, what we're going to do is go back to a kneeling. So we're going to kneel on 2 feet. Just wrap your arms. You can either hug yourself, you can keep your arms straight, whatever you want. But we're going to try to lock your legs and your hips from moving. So we're only going to move from our torso up, okay? So grab your arms, hug yourself. You can go like this, whatever you guys want. I'm just going to hold my arms here. So the back feet, okay, they're not relaxed. They're active. Squeezing those glutes because we don't want to be sitting back like this, okay? Up tall, okay? So from there, squeeze. All we're going to do is rotate and just hold it. Wherever you can get to, that's fine. And then rotate the other way. Squeeze that glute. So when you rotate to your right, you should really be squeezing that left glute, okay? So squeeze. Hold. Good. And then go the other way, okay? Squeezing that glute. Squeeze. You can squeeze your arms. Give yourself a hug. Can't hug anybody else these days, right? Hug yourself. Good. And then one more, okay? Squeeze, maintaining your core tight. Squeeze and turn. See if you can get further each time, okay? From the front, squeeze. Good, hold. All right, so that's gonna help prepare us to do this, okay? With the next move, it's gonna be for your shoulders. One hand's gonna go forward, while the other one goes back, okay? That's gonna also increase thoracic rotation, okay? 1 second. You okay, Lenny? Back. All right. So keeping everything rigid, you're going to reach with your left forward and reach back with your right. Let me show you from the side. Stay tall. Keep those toes dug into the ground, squeezing your glute. So we don't want to be sitting back like this, as tall as you can from your knee to your head. So reach. Okay, you might get a little stitch or a little cramp here. That's normal. Just go slow. Remember, it's not about how far you can go. It's about controlled movement. One more. All right. Now, this is going to be tough, so I prepped you on purpose because this motion with your shoulder is going to be difficult. Okay, we have 2 with the shoulder. We're going to do the first one on all fours, and then we're going to go face down, which is even harder. And then last, we're going to finish with a little neck stretch, okay? We're doing okay on time. Good. Just about 10 minutes left. Okay, I'm going to show you facing this way again, showing you what my shoulder is going to be doing from the side, okay? So Same thing with your toes. You're going to be active with these feet, stabilizing your glutes in that trunk, okay? So we're going to go with the right first, keeping that left strong and rigid. So, nice and easy. Reach up as high as you can. You'll realize that you're going to have to, at some point, twist and rotate your hand away to allow your shoulder to rotate, okay? Keep turning, keep turning. You're going to end up with your palm facing outward, okay? On the way back, reach those fingers toward your heels, okay? Reach as high as you can. Go slow. This is challenging, and then rotate back around, okay? So make sure when you're doing that, that you're not opening up that opening up that chest. You want to keep your chest pointing to the ground, okay? So I'm going to show you an incorrect one, and then we'll go back and hit a couple of good ones. So don't get here, right? I don't want to see your logo. I always tell my athletes, keep your logo to the ground this time, okay? So keep that logo down. We're only going to be focusing on mobility and control and movement through this joint, okay? You hear some pops, some cracks. Your neck starts to stiffen up. Try to relax, okay? Try to go slow. All right. So I'm going to turn around so you guys can see my other side. Next. Okay. Sure I got good view on both sides. All right. So rigid with that left arm, active with those back toes. Keep that core tight. Do not hold your breath. Here we go. Really reach up as high as you can. And then rotate back around. Okay, nice and slow. If you need to make it harder, I don't know if you need to, but if you want to make it harder, for those of you that are like, man, this is boring, go ahead. Make a fist, okay? Make a fist and try to crack an egg in there the whole time. You're going to realize you're going to get somewhere and you're going to want to open up that hand and release your tension. So I'm going to challenge you guys that think this is easy and boring. Good luck, all right? So squeeze that fist. Really clench your fist the whole way through. Don't let go of your grip. Grip has been associated with shoulder issues, okay? You've got a weak grip. A lot of that comes from an unstable, weak shoulder, okay? All right. So those were shoulder rotations, right? Not allowing that chest to open up. Now we're going to go ahead and lay face down, okay? I'm going to put my head this way and show you guys. We're going to basically end up like this, like a prisoner. These are called prisoners, right? So our hands are going to be interlocked behind our neck. Your fingers are interlocked. You're going to lift those elbows up, squeeze, and with your fingers, I want you to grab your hand, okay? So what you're trying to do with your elbows is not only lift, but you're going to try to pull those apart, okay? That's going to help stabilize and turn on all these muscles in the back that we often neglect that from all that typing and texting. They're long and weak, okay? So now's our chance to kind of open them up, make them short again, and also stabilize them back here where they belong, okay? So the movement is here. Interlock the fingers, okay? Lift the elbows. Hands are going to be just off your neck, and pull hard, okay? So with your fingers, you're doing this. Let me show you that really quick. Interlock, elbows go up, and pull. Okay, so I'm pulling, gripping with my fingertips. Okay, then you're going to release, let go, and make a fist at the very end. Got it? And then up the back. Okay? So I'm showing you that in steps because we're going to be doing them face down, where your chest, you can't really cheat with your chest. You're not going to be able to rotate out of that. It's going to be much harder face down, okay? Here we go. All right, make sure you guys can all see me. I think you can. All right. So here we go. Your face is going to want to be right off the ground, all right? Keep your face off the ground. Keep your chin down. We start here. Go slow. Interlock those fingers. Lift those elbows. And then last, pry those hands apart. Hold, hold, hold. Slowly release. Unlock those fingers. And we're going to rotate those arms and those hands up the back, okay? That's why it's called handcuff, or prisoner, right? Because you're being handcuffed like a prisoner, okay? After that, slowly go around the glutes. You're reaching those fingers away from your body. Interlock the fingers. Lift the elbows. Pull those hands apart. Hold. Keep holding. Release. Okay? One more. Let's hit one more here. Interlock the fingers. Elbows up. Pull. Hold. Hold. Release. Okay. All right. Last one, we're going to do the shoulders in a push-up position. We're going to stay in a push-up position and try to pick our hands up off the ground. Really try to get those shoulder or those elbows to come up, okay? So, in a push-up position. All right, here we go. Push-up position. And lift off. Your hands should be hovering right off the ground, okay? You guys can't see that? You're gonna rest. Two more. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale through your nose. Hold. Hold. One more breath. Hold. Good. All right, from there, we're going to go into a cobra, okay? So in a perfect position, go as high as you feel comfortable, okay? You do not have to get all the way up. This is going to help open up your low back, okay? If you feel any discomfort or pain, stop, right? You don't have to do this part. This is bonus. But this will help open up your low back from all that sitting. Okay? One more. All right. Okay, so I said we'd end with the neck, and we're about to wrap up with the neck, okay? So with the neck, I like to go full rotations left and right, and I also like to go full flexion and full extension up and down, okay? So basically what you're doing here is going to stabilize your lats, get your fingertips toward the ground, okay? So you're going to look over your shoulder. Just go slow. And look over that other shoulder. As far as you can, comfortably, no pain. Nice and easy. A lot of times these necks get neglected because our elbow might hurt, or our shoulder might hurt, or we have wrist issues, or hip, or knee, or foot, right? But a lot of the times, shoulder, wrist, elbow, a lot of that can be cleaned up by getting better stability in your neck. Okay? So now we're going to go up and down. Here's a bonus stretch. When I go up, I like to hold my hands just below my collarbones, okay? We're going to pin that tissue, pull down toward our knees. Keep your jaw closed for this, okay? Go up slowly. Inhale. Exhale. As you're pulling down, you're going to be stretching and lengthening all this tissue, okay? Nice and easy. All right, inhale. Good. Keeping your jaw closed if you can. And then exhale. And then down, you're going to try to get your chin all the way down toward your chest, okay? Not your jaw, so keep your jaw closed. Keep your teeth closed. So you want to try to maintain that cadence or that speed and that tempo fluid, right? You don't want to flip back fast and then go slow on the way down. So slow up all the way, pause, slow down all the way, okay? Reaching with those fingers down. All right. Again, to circle back to where we started, hopefully you guys are moving a little bit better. If you're not quite as stiff, right? We moved practically every joint in the body, major joint, right? We didn't do all the 24 vertebrae in your spine. That would take some time. I do have motions and movement for that if you guys are interested, right? Every joint needs to move, right? We also didn't do our wrist. We skipped the wrist. We skipped the finger. So there's a lot of little joints in here that they all need to be able to move, right? Tomorrow we'll get into some of these figure eight patterns, okay? They're huge for your coordination, right? Your cerebellum. They're also really good, like I said, they can help relieve some tennis elbow, golfer's elbow, shoulder issues that you may be having.